loss of a loved one is probably one of the hardest things we humans have to go through. But you might be surprised to know that we're not the only living beings to go through this kind of grieving. Today I'll be showing you how animals say goodbye to the dead. You'll be surprised to see that some animals out there actually have feelings and go through a process as painful as the one we go through when it's time to say a final goodbye. With all that said and done, let's begin, shall we? Our first entry is elephants. It might not seem like it, but elephants are highly emotional animals. If you remember my video about animals saving people, I talked about an elephant that saved a little girl during a tsunami. This goes to show that they have emotional skills that enhance them to respond just like humans do. In order to find out more about their feelings, a researcher named Karen McComb spent a lot of time observing and documenting the elephant's behavior. She came to find out that elephants have a very long-term memory. She recorded sounds of elephants before they passed away, and months after their deaths, she'd play the sounds for other elephants. She was impressed when she found out that the elephants responded to the calling. They surely remembered their missing elephant even after a long time since their passing. McComb also noticed that elephants have a lot of interest in carcasses and skeletons of their own kind as well as of others. Once they find bones of their kind, they stop and become tense, as if paying honor to the corpse. They even smell and caress the body, as if the elephant is still alive, which shows how attached they can be to one another. Once they are ready to say goodbye, they'll likely cover the dead with sticks and dirt, which is their own form of burial. Before we move on, I've got a little challenge for you that'll take 5 seconds to complete. So here's the deal. You just leave a like on this video, smash that subscribe button and hit the notification bell, and you will get 25 years of amazing luck. Try it really works. Our next entry is giraffes. In order to understand giraffes, we first have to look at the neonatal bond that happens between the mom and her calves. This period can last as long as 16 months, which is quite outstanding compared to other animals. And the bond between daughters and mothers can possibly be stronger and could last years beyond those first months of bonding. Now, the sad thing about this is that giraffe calves have a high mortality rate. The chances of losing their calves falls between 58 to 73% of probability, which is quite sad. But if this were to happen, giraffe moms become very nurturing and protective over their newborn dead calves. They will stand guard over their little ones and will watch over them, hoping that no wild predator comes and feeds from it. I know that there are some different kinds of animals that don't really care for their dead, but it seems like these brave mothers endure a lot of pain, and it doesn't seem like they have it easy at letting go of their little dead calves. Our next entry is dolphins. A lot of people try to stay away from exploring emotions in animals. No one really wants to assume that they can have the same feelings as humans. However, Joanne Gonzalvo of the Tethys Research Institute came to find out that animals can display strong emotions as well. He focused on dolphins, and starting in 2006, he witnessed how these intelligent animals have their own way to mourn their dead ones. The first thing he saw was a mother dolphin struggling to accept the death of her newborn calf. She kept pushing the little corpse up to the surface, even though the calf was already gone. She never separated from it, which goes to show that she had a hard time accepting its death. A year later, Gonzalvo observed a pod of dolphins swimming erratically as they were trying hard to help a 3-month-old dolphin stay afloat, but it kept sinking. Eventually, the little dolphin died, and the group kept going with their lives. Gonzalvo believes that dolphins have a higher understanding of their mortality. The dolphins were aware that the little one was going to die soon, but they did what they could to help out while he was alive. Our next entry is orca whales. Just like dolphins, orcas also have a hard time at letting go of their dead ones, especially when it comes to their babies. Such is the case of L-72 and L-105, 2 orca whales that were spotted off the coast of San Juan Islands in Washington state. The mother kept pushing her dead baby for about 6 hours, and every now and then she would lift it out of the water. She was also seen with the calf balancing on her rostrum or on the top of her head. Apparently, the baby orca had not been dead for long. It's unclear whether the whales were having a hard time giving up their little one or not. After all, we can't